you want to do that again, or do you want to do the...
So let's do this, Isaac. You're telling me that you're now getting anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes once or twice a week for practice. Let's talk about what really would be a productive practice routine for that amount of time.
Okay.
I think getting to the green, hitting putts inside 5 feet, try to make 3 of 4, then go to using a 9-iron or a pitching wedge, something, chip, try to get up and down at least twice before you come to the practice facility so that you know you're working all facets of the game. The good players I know that have limited practice time like yourself, they like to make the most of it. So the best thing that I can picture is short game first, because we all know it's 40 to 60% of the score. Then we come here and let's picture a par 5, okay? So talk me through playing, like, let's say a 560-yard par 5 that you typically can't hit in 2, but you know you want to hit something around driver, mid-iron, wedge.
Okay. Absolutely. So using the driving range as sort of our fairway, there's a green in the distance. That's sort of my aim point.
Great.
I'm, specifically going at the flag stick, because if I, aim to a small target and then miss from there, I'm hoping to still be inside that green. It's probably 40 to 50 yards wide. So
Super.
That to me is an acceptable, miss. If my aim point is the flag stick and I'm within 30 or so yards of that, I'm okay with that.
Great. So
also trying to hit a relatively straight ball. My normal flight is a little bit of a fade, so I'm okay if it fades a little, but one of the things we've been working on is sort of getting my aim a little bit closer and not so far left, and covering it so I hit a little bit straighter, not so much of a fade. So I'm going to see if I can put that into play. A little bit left of my target, but
do you think we have a long iron that we can hit to somewhere around 100 yards, or
Absolutely.
how far left? Because just for sake of practice, if we had to, we could, try to advance a 5-wood out of the rough to somewhere to wedge distance. But if you've got a feel for that shot and that it was only 10 yards left, it's probably in the rough.
I'm going to say it's probably just in the left rough. Maybe
Great.
Maybe the first cut,
and this practice tee is a little shaggy, so this is probably very similar to the kind of lie you'd have.
It's not a par 5 I'm going to want to go for. So I'm just going to lay up to a comfortable yardage, about 90 yards, and see if I can hit a 5-iron down there.
Good image, good execution. What was good about that?
Got good length on the backswing, which is something we're also working on. I hit it a little bit thin, which is okay, especially out of the rough. I got a little bit less carry, but a little bit more run out of it. So I think I pretty much hit my around 200 number to try to get to about 90 yards.
Great.
And I'm in a comfortable wedge range. I don't feel as if I covered the ball as well, which is something that we're working on. So all in all, in
good
a game
intention
situation, I would have been okay with it.
Great. All right, so now we got a little 90-yard wedge shot to a putting green out in front of us, and you've got your 54 is what it looks like.
Yep.
So talk me through the technique of how you're going to get it close to this pin with the breeze and everything working.
So as you know, I'm never one who likes to hit full wedge shots. I like to sort of control my wedges,
which my PGA mentors will applaud.
I like to keep wedges also as low sort of as I can. Control the spin, obviously, but we don't get to play in perfect conditions all the time. So when it's a little bit windy, especially hitting wedges, getting it too high for me gets me into some, you know, missed greens with wedges, and I should never
Great.
miss a green with a wedge.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to keep it a little bit lower, swing about 80%, and see if we can hit the green.
Just past hole high, about 10 yards left of the flag.
Yep.
Okay. Did you picture the shot the way you wanted to?
I pictured the shot the way I wanted to, sort of similar to the 5-iron.
Okay.
I caught it a little bit thin.
One groove thin.
And
okay.
didn't quite, you know, get that cover on it that
right.
we're working on. So it's coming along, but it's definitely still a work in progress.
Super. You think there's value in practicing with that game situation type mindset?
Absolutely. You know, I play more than I practice, and so if I can try to simulate that, you know, on the driving range, I never get to hit, you know, 10 drivers in a row. I get to hit a driver and then an iron and a wedge and whatnot. So
sounds great. Thanks, Isaac.